What's up, guys? How many of you watched my last video about creating a petition for the 30th anniversary for the merch? My wife is already on it, and she's gonna be creating the image, the symbol, the writing, all that stuff, and then we're gonna have to put it into Clothing Connection. That's what we're gonna have to do. So yeah, that is already in the works. And when it comes to the GoFundMe page, that's going to take a little effort too, you know. So with that being said, we are going to basically talk about how the 30th anniversary has changed a lot of things. It's made me realize that everybody wants a 30th anniversary, and I read all your comments. I know the comments, the ones that were making fun of me and all that stuff, but also I read the comments of how, yeah, you know, they like my idea, and that's something that I truly am amped, motivated to do, because I want a 30th anniversary. Now, more than likely, I probably won't get one, but the point is let's just see if Sony could actually get a wake-up call, you know, because with them raising up the price and them jacking up everything else, it's only a matter of time before they start raising price on everything, you know, because they'll see it works. And someone commented that if you keep giving Sony money, you stop giving them money, and then they'll change their whole plan around. Yeah, I believe that exactly. But at the same time, we just have to accept all this stuff for what it is, because this is one of them situations where they didn't give us enough. They didn't give us enough. In the other news, the Silent Hill 2 game is shaping up to be a solid, really good game, and I'll be either live streaming that on Wednesday or post recording. So with that being said, I am going to be playing that game, and I'm excited for it because I think it's gonna have a lot of good jump scares. I've never played the Silent Hill game before, so when I play this game, it's gonna be interesting because it's made by a Polish studio, and I'm a Polish man. So Polish studio is they're very smart. They've made other games. A lot of people were kind of they were mixed bag on this one. They didn't know whether to, you know, give Bloober team a chance at this, but they had no choice because Konami already picked them. And there's a good reason why Konami picked them, because Konami saw them as really good storytelling. And I think that is the focal point of why Konami picked them, because they didn't want the story to be ruined. And also, for the gameplay mechanic finalization is actually pretty damn good. It looks great. I can't wait to just play the game. I can't wait to watch someone play the game. It's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really good. And I'm hoping that when the PS5 Pro launches, we're going to have PS5 Pro Enhanced for the PS5 Pro. Okay, this topic is going to be about the PS5 Pro versus PC. Now, I know PC is always going to dominate when it comes to graphics, overall resolution, everything. But what Sony does, I'm always going to say this. No, I never hear anybody really saying this. Sony's cinematography is second to none, meaning it's the best out of all the platforms. I think Sony's cinematography is better than PC, because even when you got everything all maxed out and, you know, it's smooth, it's running, there's still a little lag every now and then. There's a little lag snag, so you could see it lag and then snag, lag and then snag, but it still keeps that FPS. And I think that breaks the immersion, that breaks that overall the gaming nostalgia. When you see that lag, it's I don't like that. I don't like when it does that. So the thing about Sony is they really do a great job with their games. Now, I know Silent Hill 2, there's some parts of the game where it slows down in frame rates. that's understandable. But overall, people are playing it on the solid PS5, and they said they had a great experience. That's great news. So I'm hoping that the PS5 Pro will be more advanced. So this video is more in the direction of the graphical power of the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, I know a lot of people say it's not that much power, but if we're getting all these added features, one thing that caught my attention is if I could play Gran Turismo 7 at 4K at 120, I think that's a win for me. When it comes to the ray tracing, I like to see it just to see what it does, but after a while, it's just going to be like, because when you're driving, you're not really, I mean, you are looking at the side of the car, you do look, and so it's probably a cool image to see. So yeah, I would say that's a cool thing, but at the same time, I would say that I would stick with the 4K at 120. The 8K mode, give it a shot, but I feel like the 8K mode is going to make the pixelated cars, like they're saying it looks really good, but I don't have an 8K TV, so there's no point of even like putting it in the 8K mode. I don't have an 8K TV, so it doesn't matter. Just 4K 120 hit me, and I think that's going to be a great thing to see, because I noticed that the image is a lot more, it's not as crisp as when you're just doing 4K at 60 on the regular PS5. So I go 120, and I think it lowers the resolution, which is okay. It doesn't bother me. I'm all for the frame rates over anything. Frame rates are better than anything. So with that being said, now we got to say this. When it comes down to the controllers, I'm hoping I can snag a controller, because that's something I want. I gotta look on the Best Buy website, because I think on the Best Buy website they're giving us the option to they're giving us the option to have the 30th anniversary controller, and that's something I want. I want the 30th anniversary controller, because at least I can have something to relish on. I gotta look into that. That's something I'm interested in. What else am I interested in? Should I be buying the Silent Hill 2 game on PC? Should I get that? Because that's something that I have a feeling that it's gonna look really good. They're gonna make a video on Digital Foundry on the PC version, and we're gonna be watching that, because so far the Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 5, the Digital Foundry, was decent. It was good. I liked all the explanations of everything. And who's the guy? Alex Battaglia. He's the one that's going to be making the video on the PC version. So he is dissecting. He is finding everything on that game, looking everywhere. PC. He is going to explain everything the way they always do, pinpoint stuff, tell us stuff even when, it's running at its max settings that the PC version can and can't do. And that's interesting. That's why their channel got so very popular, because no other YouTube channel does that. I mean, certain ones do. They started following in the same tag-along suit, but Digital Foundry is known for their being precise on everything. Not always, but I would say 98% of the time they're that accurate. So that's why we look forward to their videos. Anyways, back into, there's a DualSense controller that's supposed to be coming out, and this DualSense controller is supposed to be charged up for 10 hours. That's a good amount of time. That's as much as the same time as my Odyssey headset, my Odyssey Mobius headset. Yeah, I ended up giving my brother a pair. I had 2 pairs of the Odyssey Mobius, and I gave him a pair because, he likes sound, he likes immersion. So went over his house, calibrated the sound bar. He has a sound bar, so he says it sounds much better when he's playing Wukong. That's his game of the year. I would say game of the century, because every time I talk to him, he is so excited to talk about how far he's gotten in the Wukong game. And what I didn't realize is there's just so many bosses that's a long game. when you're dealing with that many bosses, it must be just a great game, just experience, you know. And that's what's going to be cool about Silent Hill. We're going to be experiencing, it's a horror game, but I think it's a dread. A lot of people say that it's an uncomfortable game to play because of everything that goes on in the game. And I think that's what we need. We need Konami to come back. I'm glad Konami come back because we got the Metal Gear series coming in. We got the Konami Silent Hill series. I want to see a new Castlevania. I want to see a new Contra. I want to see some games that really are going to shape Konami back into a big title holder, you know, because that's what Konami is. Konami's a title holder. So with that being said, I want to see Konami dominate one more time. You know, there's this thing going on with Capcom and Konami, and what is there's some woman, her name is Spearhead or something like that. I forgot who it is, and you know, she works for Capcom now, and she would rather drop dead than play Silent Hill 2. And for the simple fact is, you know, she said she doesn't want to go back to remakes, but a lot of people are calling her out on the fact that she does play the remakes and only on Capcom, so she doesn't want to promote Konami because she works for Capcom. That's understandable, but you know, people need to understand that people are just phony. They're not 100% real with you on live stream, you know, or just anything. And so you have to understand something. When they're making money off of your dumbasses, just you know, watching the videos and hitting the like button, all that stuff. That's all it is, you know. That's why I appreciate, I'm not calling y'all dumbasses. I'm just trying to say, that's why I appreciate the likes. I appreciate when you sub to the channel because it helps my channel grow, and then I can do more things for the community. You know, I can offer the prizes and all that stuff. I've done that before, but I have to be very careful now because when you give away a lot of expensive stuff, you don't have it anymore, and then you don't really have the following because people just don't feel like it's headed in the right direction. So with that being said, all I gotta say is this: when it comes down to it, Konami is going to follow in the same footsteps as Capcom. Capcom has made remake after remake after remake, so I think it's time for Konami to make all the remakes. I think it's time for Konami to bring out the games. I'm also looking forward to, there's another game that the same studio's making. It's called Slitherhead, and that's coming out really soon. So, yeah, we're going to probably get that game as well. That's supposed to be a scary game. But Silent Hill 2 overall, I think Silent Hill 2 is going to be the awesome game to play because Silent Hill 2, in my opinion, is going to have lots of uncomfortable, emotional situations, jump scares, the graphics. Even Dreamcast guy said that it's one of his favorite games of the year. So for him to say that, and he's only played it for like 2-3 days maybe or something, I don't know. That's a good sign. So I can't wait to play the game. You know, anybody in the community that has the game that's been playing it, the only reason why I'm not playing it right now is because I'm working. I don't want to spoil it. My wife wants to see it. My sister and brother want to see it. So I'm going to wait for that time to play the game and just to experience it for what it is. All right. And in the next news, the 5090, the 5080, a lot of people are comparing the 5080 to almost like a 5070, and because it's I think somebody credible said that it's a 10%, 15% graphical increase. And if that's the case, there's no point of getting a 5080, or maybe it's a 5070 brought down to a 5060. I don't know. All these numbers really get to me after a while. I think if you're just gonna get a better rig, you might as well just upgrade to the highest graphics card, because yeah, you're gonna spend a ton of money, but you're gonna have all that power to back it up. And if the 5090 is what they claim it's gonna be, oh, it's gonna be insane. We're gonna see videos on it like crazy, and it's gonna really change the graphical scene, because if you know anything about NVIDIA, when they come out with their new GPU, it always wows everybody. You know, whether they don't like the price, it wows everybody because they still are the leaders in the market. You know, and AMD is good, don't get me wrong, but when NVIDIA comes out, they always have something that AMD doesn't. And that's something that we're looking forward to. So with that being said, we've talked about a lot of things, guys. We've talked about a lot of things. And we've had fun talking about a lot of things. So that's very important. Very important. So all I got to say now is back to the 30th anniversary. The 30th anniversary, in my opinion, will always be a wet dream come true. You know what I mean? It's like me, my wife, and the 30th anniversary. So with that being said, if you guys like this video, why do I even say that? I don't know, it's just stupid. Look at this yard. Look at this yard. It's crazy, huh? That was crazy, huh? You guys saw that, right? So with that being said, I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for being a part of the Stealthdragon channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. And make sure you smash all day and all night. I'll see you guys